Hello, everyone. I'm Natasha, your host for today's episode.
If you're someone who wants to speak English more naturally, especially in real-life situations, then you've come to the right place. In this video, we're going to talk about something that might seem simple, but is actually very important in English communication: how to apologize. Yes, saying sorry in English is more than just using the word sorry. There are many different ways to apologize, depending on the situation, the tone you want to use, and how serious the mistake is. Understanding how to apologize correctly will not only improve your English, but will also help you build better relationships, whether at work, with friends, or even with strangers. So, stay with me as we explore different expressions, real-life examples, and practice exercises that will help you speak English more confidently and politely. Let's begin with the most common way to apologize: simply saying, "I'm sorry." This short phrase can be used in many situations. You can say, "I'm sorry," if you bump into someone on the street, if you arrive late to a meeting, or even if you make a small mistake in a conversation. But in English, we usually add something more to show what we're sorry for. For example, "I'm sorry I'm late," or "I'm sorry I forgot your birthday." By being specific, your apology sounds more sincere. People appreciate it when you take responsibility for your actions and explain why you're apologizing. There's another useful phrase you might hear a lot: "I apologize." This is a more formal way to say sorry. You can use it in professional settings or when you want to sound respectful and serious. For example, if you're writing an email to your boss and you made a mistake in your report, you can write, "I sincerely apologize for the error in the report." You can also say it in spoken English: "I apologize for the misunderstanding." Using "I apologize" adds a layer of formality and is great for business English, or when you want to be polite in unfamiliar situations. Sometimes, you might feel really bad about something and want to say sorry in a stronger way. That's when phrases like, "I'm truly sorry," "I'm deeply sorry," or "I sincerely apologize" come in. These expressions show more emotion and are helpful when the mistake has hurt someone's feelings or caused serious problems. For example, "I'm truly sorry for what I said earlier. I didn't mean to hurt you." These phrases are often used in emotional conversations, especially when the relationship matters to you and you want to fix things. Now, let's look at another expression you can use in casual conversations. Instead of just saying, "I'm sorry," you might hear people say, "My bad." This is an informal way to admit a mistake, usually when the mistake is small and doesn't hurt anyone. For instance, if you send the wrong file to your friend and realize it, you can say, "Oops, my bad. Let me send you the correct one." This phrase is relaxed and friendly, and it's often used among friends or co-workers who are comfortable with each other. Sometimes we need to apologize without actually using the word sorry. This might sound surprising, but it happens a lot in English. For example, you can say, "I didn't mean to upset you," or "That wasn't my intention." These are indirect apologies and are useful when you want to explain your point of view while still acknowledging that someone got hurt. For example, after a disagreement, you can say, "I didn't mean to upset you. I was just trying to help." This shows that you care about the person's feelings and want to clear up the misunderstanding. Let's take a moment now to practice. Imagine you are late to meet your friend at a coffee shop. Your friend looks upset. What can you say? You could say, "Hey, I'm really sorry I'm late. The traffic was worse than I expected." Or, "Sorry to keep you waiting. I should have left earlier." These kinds of statements sound natural and show that you care. Let's try another example. Suppose you sent the wrong text message to the wrong person. You can say, "Oops, my bad. That message wasn't meant for you." Practicing these types of examples will help you feel more confident when a real situation happens. Sometimes, it's important to not just say sorry, but also take action to fix the problem. That's where the phrase, "Let me make it up to you," is useful. This means you're not only sorry, but also willing to do something to make the other person feel better. For example, "I'm really sorry I missed your birthday dinner. Let me make it up to you by taking you out this weekend." This expression is helpful in building trust and showing that your apology is more than just words. In work situations, you might want to sound very professional when apologizing. Let's say you missed a deadline. You could say, "I apologize for the delay in submitting the report. I take full responsibility, and I will ensure it doesn't happen again." This kind of apology is clear, respectful, and shows accountability. It's important in a work environment to not only say sorry, but also show that you are taking steps to avoid repeating the mistake. There are times when people apologize too much, even when it's not really necessary. In English culture, especially in countries like the US, it's good to be polite. But constant apologizing can sometimes make you seem unsure of yourself. For example, instead of saying "sorry for asking," you can say, "Can I ask you something?" That sounds more confident. Or instead of "sorry to bother you," try saying, "Do you have a moment?" This small change in how you speak can make a big difference in how people respond to you. Let's do another practice exercise now. Think of a time when you had to cancel plans with a friend. How would you apologize in English? You might say, "I'm really sorry, but I won't be able to make it tonight. Something came up at work." Or, "I apologize for the short notice. I hope we can reschedule soon." These are simple but powerful ways to express regret and keep your relationships strong. Sometimes you might hear people say, "Please forgive me." This is a very sincere and heartfelt way to apologize. It's often used when someone feels very guilty or has done something they know was wrong. For example, "Please forgive me for lying to you. I wasn't honest, and I regret it." This kind of apology shows that you take the situation seriously and want to earn the other person's forgiveness. There's also the phrase, "I owe you an apology." This is used when you want to start a conversation by admitting you made a mistake. For example, "I owe you an apology for what I said yesterday. I was stressed out and didn't mean to take it out on you." It's a good way to take the first step in fixing a broken conversation or relationship. Let's practice with another everyday situation. Suppose you accidentally broke something at your friend's house. What could you say? Try this. "I'm so sorry. I accidentally knocked over your vase. I feel terrible about it. Please let me know if I can replace it. Or you could say, I didn't mean to break it. I'll pay for it. These phrases show both regret and responsibility, which are key parts of a good apology. Now let's talk about the tone of voice when apologizing. In English, how you say something can be just as important as what you say. A sincere apology usually comes with a soft, calm tone and a slower pace. If you say, I'm sorry, too quickly, or in a rushed voice, it might sound like you don't really mean it. On the other hand, if you pause slightly, speak gently, and make eye contact in a face-to-face conversation, your apology will feel much more real. Of course, when you're speaking on the phone or writing a message, the tone must be shown through your choice of words. Using polite expressions and complete sentences helps to create a respectful and warm tone. Let's practice another situation together. Imagine you accidentally interrupted someone while they were talking in a group conversation. In English, it's common to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Please, go ahead." Or you could say, "Sorry, I spoke over you. What were you saying?" These responses are polite and show that you respect the other person's right to speak. It's a small gesture, but it can make your conversations much more comfortable and natural. Sometimes we say sorry on behalf of someone else. This often happens when we're in a group or when we're responsible for someone's actions. For example, a teacher might say, I'm sorry about the delay. The class before us ran late. Or, if you're hosting a guest and someone in your house says something rude, you can say, I apologize for their behavior. This shows that you care about how others feel and you want to keep things respectful and friendly. Let's do a little role play exercise to make this easier. Imagine you work at a cafe and a customer complains that their order was wrong. What should you say? You could say, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix it right away. Or, I apologize for the mistake. I'll make sure you get the correct order. Practicing these examples will help you respond more naturally in professional settings or customer service roles. Another thing to remember is that apologizing can be the first step in solving a conflict. In English, people value honesty and responsibility. If there's been an argument, even a simple, I'm sorry for how I acted earlier, can open the door to a better conversation. You don't have to explain everything right away. Just starting with an apology shows maturity, and it can often calm a tense situation. After that, you can talk about what happened and work things out. Let's try a deeper emotional situation now. Imagine you got into a serious disagreement with your sibling or close friend. You might say, I've been thinking about our conversation, and I'm really sorry for the things I said. I wasn't being fair. Or, I know I hurt you, and I regret it. Please, accept my apology. These kinds of statements don't just express regret. They also invite healing. Apologizing like this takes courage, and it shows that you care about the relationship. Sometimes people worry that apologizing will make them look weak, but in fact, In English-speaking cultures, apologizing is often seen as a strength. It shows that you're confident enough to admit your mistakes and responsible enough to make things right. This is especially important in leadership roles. If a manager or team leader says, "I take full responsibility for what happened," it builds trust with others and sets a good example. Now let's practice a workplace situation. Imagine you're working on a team project and you forgot to complete your part of the assignment on time. What could you say? Try this. "I apologize for not finishing my part of the project. I understand that this affected the whole team. I'm working on it now and will have it done as soon as possible." This response takes responsibility and also shows that you're trying to correct the issue. Or you can say, "I know I let you all down, and I'm really sorry. I won't let it happen again." These kinds of apologies are professional and effective. Let's shift now to a more casual setting. Imagine you borrowed something from a friend and accidentally lost it. What could you say? Try, "I'm really sorry. I lost the book you lent me. I feel terrible about it, and I'd like to replace it." Or you can say, "I didn't mean to lose it, but I take full responsibility. Let me know how I can make it up to you." These responses not only show regret, but also a willingness to fix the situation, which is key to maintaining trust and friendship. Here's another common daily life example. Suppose you forgot to reply to a message or email for a few days. You can say, "Sorry for the late reply. I've been caught up with some work, but I didn't mean to ignore your message." Or, "Apologies for the delay in getting back to you. I really appreciate your patience." These are small, but very polite ways to maintain good communication in both personal and professional relationships. Now let's do a little reflection exercise. Think of 3 situations in your own life where you needed to apologize. What did you say? Was it effective? Could you have said it differently? Practicing these real-life situations in English helps you become more fluent and emotionally intelligent in your communication. If you don't feel confident yet, don't worry. With practice, saying the right thing will become natural. Another helpful tip is to avoid using the word "but" after your apology. For example, "I'm sorry I yelled at you, but you were being annoying," doesn't really sound sincere. It sounds like you're making an excuse. Instead, say, "I'm sorry I yelled at you. I was frustrated, but I know that's not an excuse." This shows that you're taking responsibility and being honest without blaming the other person. Let's try another example together. Imagine you forgot to attend a meeting. Instead of saying, "Sorry I missed the meeting, but I was busy," you could say, "I'm really sorry. I missed the meeting. I should have managed my time better, and I'll make sure it doesn't happen again." These little changes in how you apologize can really improve your relationships and your reputation, especially in a professional setting. Also, in group conversations, it's polite to apologize if you misunderstood something. You can say, "I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you meant." Or, "Oh, I see now. I thought you were saying something else. Sorry about that." These small apologies help keep the conversation smooth and respectful, especially when people have different opinions or communication styles. Let's now imagine a situation where you accidentally sent a personal email to the wrong person at work. You could say, "I sincerely apologize for the confusion. That email wasn't meant for you, and I'll be more careful next time." A short and respectful message like this helps maintain professionalism and trust, even when mistakes happen. Now, let's explore how to respond when someone apologizes to you. In English, the way we accept an apology can vary depending on how we feel and how serious the situation is. The most common and polite response is, "That's okay," or "It's all right." These phrases are often used when the mistake is small and you want to move on quickly. For example, if someone accidentally steps on your foot and says, "Sorry," you can simply respond with, "It's okay." This keeps the interaction polite and friendly. If you want to sound more warm and forgiving, you can say, "No problem. Don't worry about it." Or, "Thanks for apologizing." These phrases show that you've accepted the apology, and there's no bad feeling. In more serious or us situations, someone might say, "Please forgive me," and you could respond, "I forgive you," or "I appreciate your apology," saying, "Let's move forward," or "Thank you for saying that." Also helps show that you're ready to let go of the negative feelings. Practicing both sides of an apology, not just giving one, but also receiving one, will help you become a more confident and emotionally aware English speaker. Let's now go through a few more practice scenarios together. Imagine someone borrowed your favorite book and returned it with some pages torn. They say, "I'm really sorry about the damage. I didn't realize it happened." You might respond, "Thank you for telling me. I know it was an accident." Or, "I appreciate your honesty. Let's just be more careful next time." These types of responses keep the conversation respectful and show emotional maturity. Another example, if someone was rude to you and later says, "I'm truly sorry for how I spoke to you earlier," you could respond, "I understand. We all have bad days. I appreciate the apology." Sometimes, if the apology doesn't feel sincere, it's okay to say, "I need a little time," or "I'm not ready to talk about it yet." That's also a valid response. In English, expressing your boundaries while still staying respectful is important. You don't have to accept every apology right away, especially if you need to process your emotions. That's part of clear communication. Another great phrase to remember is, "I didn't mean to." This is useful when you want to explain that your actions were accidental. For example, "I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I was trying to be funny, but I see now that it didn't come out right." This kind of apology acknowledges the other person's emotions while still giving context. It shows that you care and are willing to take responsibility for how your words affected them. Now let's finish with a few simple apology phrases. You can practice saying out loud, "Try repeating after me," in your mind, or softly to yourself. "I'm sorry I forgot. I apologize for my mistake. Please forgive me." It was not my intention to upset you. Let me make it right. I'm really sorry for what happened. Thanks for your patience. It won't happen again. Practicing these sentences regularly will make them easier to use when you actually need them in real-life conversations. Let's also do a short exercise where you imagine the situation and respond with an apology. First situation. You were supposed to meet a friend at 6 p.m., but you arrived at 6:45 p.m. What would you say? You could say, "I'm so sorry I'm late. I got caught in traffic, but I should have left earlier. Thanks for waiting." Second situation. You accidentally spilled coffee on your coworker's notebook. Your response might be, "I feel terrible about that. I didn't mean to spill it. Let me clean it up and replace the notebook." Third situation. You missed your best friend's graduation party. You could say, "I'm truly sorry I missed your big day. I know how much it meant to you, and I regret not being there. Can we meet soon so I can celebrate with you?" These are the kinds of real-life situations that help you understand the emotional side of language and how to handle them in English. As we wrap up this video, I hope you now feel more confident and comfortable with the many ways to say sorry in English. Apologizing is not just about using the right words, it's about showing that you respect others, understand your mistakes, and want to make things better. Whether you're speaking with friends, colleagues, strangers, or family members, the way you apologize can create trust, improve communication, and make your relationships stronger. English gives us many different ways to say sorry, from casual phrases like, "my bad," to more serious ones like, "I sincerely apologize." And now, with all the practice we've done together, you'll be ready for any situation where you need to say sorry with confidence and kindness. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, English in Minutes, for more daily lessons, just like this one. I'm Natasha, and I'll see you again soon with more practical English tips, daily conversation practice, and confidence-boosting examples. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and don't be afraid to say sorry. It's one of the most powerful and human things you can do. Take care, and bye for now.